12 seniors that have chosen to participate in the 2024 Future Educator Signing Day event. First off, we have Precious Binford. Precious is planning to join the service with the National Guard and later study early childhood education. Her favorite memory of the pathway was teaching kindergarten with Miss Stinson at Morton County Primary School. Next, we have Eva Breda. Eva plans to continue her education at the University of Georgia, where she will study elementary education. Her favorite memory is when she and her friends got to take care of the robot babies together. Next, we have LilyAnn Bruce. LilyAnn currently works at Lemon Tree Academy, and she plans to continue working there while continuing her studies at Athens Technical College, and her favorite memory is learning from Miss Sidwell every day. Next, we have Emma Elwood. Emma is planning to attend Columbus State, where she will major in theater education. Her favorite memory is teaching her first lesson in the theater classroom at Morton County Middle School. Shamya Folds. Shamya is planning to continue her studies at Atlanta Technical College, and her favorite memory was doing the visual impairment simulation. Valeria Guerrero-Alvarez plans to study at Athens Technical College, and when asked about her favorite memory, she said it was when Miss Sidwell told all the dad jokes in class to make us laugh. McKenna Porter. McKenna is planning to continue her studies at Georgia Military College, and her favorite memory was student teaching with her kindergarten class and doing the lesson plans that she made with them. And I will say, she had outstanding lesson plans. Lamyai Scott. Lamyai is planning to continue her studies at Howard University, and her favorite memory is when she created a pirate ship for one of her classroom activities. JaMarrius Taylor. JaMarrius is planning to study at Georgia State University, and his favorite memory was student teaching with Mrs. Eggers and the class parties that we had at the end of each semester. Margaret Wallace. She is planning to attend Augusta University, and her favorite memories are volunteering with Special Olympics and the pre-K pumpkin patch. Rebecca Whitten. She plans to attend my alma mater, Georgia College and State University, and her favorite memory was student teaching every day this semester in Miss Connor's second grade classroom. Kasia Willcoxson is planning to study at the University of Amsterdam, and her favorite memory was the first day of student teaching during the third level of the pathway, where she got to help students right away. Let's give all of our seniors a round of applause. The students on stage today are being celebrated for their decision to become educators, and this is not something that they are entering into lightly. I recently heard a student describe our program to their parents, and they said, "Well, we just play with toys in that class." Although we do research how light brights and transformers support child development, our class is really so much more than that. These students have had the opportunity to learn if this is truly the career for them through countless volunteer opportunities and experiences in the classrooms of our local schools. Pathway completers have accumulated over 100 hours of student teaching, where they were able to experience writing lesson plans, teaching grade level content, utilizing assessments, attending field trips, and yes, even checking homework and making copies. Our early childhood education graduates have completed 3 college level courses where they were required to follow the same curriculum and assessments that are used on the main campus of that college. This included writing countless papers where they responded to ethical and professional situations, writing and presenting dozens of lesson plans, and mastering their tests, which consisted of at least 100 questions each. Every student on stage has learned the history of education, child development basics, employability skills, and philosophies of education. They've researched disabilities and their impact on the classroom, learned more psychology than they signed up for, and they have completed one of my favorite projects on personal finance, where they created a budget based on the salary of a first-year teacher. So although from the outside it looks like we're the class that plays with parachutes and Play-Doh, I can say with confidence that it is not simply fun and games. This group knows the ins and outs of teaching, we've discussed the pros and cons, and they have still declared education as the career they plan to pursue. Students, in addition to your family and friends, your state and local community support your decision to enter the field of education. To further share this sentiment, we have asked our local superintendent, Dr. Virgil Cole, to speak with you today. Please join me in welcoming him to the stage.
Good afternoon. I hope everybody's doing well. It's an honor to be here with our students here up on the stage. And if you didn't know, this is Teacher Appreciation Week, and we do this on purpose, obviously, to welcome hopefully future teachers at a time when we're celebrating our teachers for what they've done all year, and our other staff as well. And so this is a time when we need good people and good teachers more than ever. So I hope you will stick with this and be with us here in a few years from now. I'll keep this pretty quick. I know we have somebody following me here in a second, but just real quickly, I know some of you heard this story before, but I'll make it kind of quick. But just so you know, my grandfather, he had to quit school when he was in the 3rd grade. Now, this is a long time ago. This is like really in the Depression era of the last century. And because of that, though, he was taking care of his family, but he did not learn to read, so he was illiterate. And so he had to stay. He worked for many years and had a great family, and here I am today. But it's kind of amazing, if you think about it, that just 2 or 3 generations, however you want to look at it, later, here I am as a superintendent because of what education did for me. So I was very blessed to have a good education, and and I think this is the power that I think, and this is my why, of why I hope you will go into education, is giving other students that opportunity to be at the highest potential that they can get. So I think that's very important. All of us can think of, I think, a teacher, I hope all of you can, I think, that has probably had a major impact on why you're here today, right? Because you wouldn't want to go into teaching if you didn't have probably somebody that made a big difference to you. And I can certainly think of more than one, and I think that's so important. Just a couple things real quick. I tell this story a lot. I like this little psychological thing. But a lot of times when you're going through life and you're going to go through some difficult moments going into this profession, you feel they call this the headwinds. So if you're running, you ever ran before, and you feel the breeze the entire time. If you're running into the wind, all you can think about the entire time that you're running or walking is the breeze. You're like, I cannot, it's just driving you crazy. It feels like it's pushing you back and holding you back. But the minute you turn around and the wind is at your back, and as a tailwind, you don't even notice it for very long. It's like it's gone. And honestly, this is like a psychological phenomenon for all of us. We feel always the things that are coming at us that are putting pressure on us. But a lot of times you don't know that there's things behind you that are making a huge difference and pushing you in a good way. So remember that when you're struggling or you're having a difficult moment, that there's a group of parents or a community and people that are always pulling for you no matter what, okay? One thing I'll finish with is the Morgan Promise. We have our HR director here, and in 4 years, if you do a good job and get a degree in education, we promise you that you will get an interview with us for a position, okay? So that means doing a lot of good things too on the way, and keeping a good character and all those things that we expect. Be careful with social media. It is out there and it's pulling a lot of people down. But I just want to congratulate you again and wish you best wishes, and hope you will continue on this path that you're on, and we look forward to seeing you in 4 to 5 years. Thank you very much.
So we are excited to announce, though, that in addition to Dr. Cole speaking at this year's event, we have the privilege of hearing from another great educator that has been a supporter of our program every step of the way. I first met Dr. Babs Johnston when I began my journey with the teaching pathway in 2018. And since that time, she has served as a constant encouragement for our program. Now, whether that meant liking every post on our Pathways Facebook page, or coming to my classroom as a guest speaker, or introducing me to new points of contact, I have always known that Dr. Babs will be there to give her full support and powerful words of encouragement. She spent her life pouring into others at Georgia State University's College of Education. The Boys and Girls Club of North Central Georgia named her the 2022 recipient of the Lifetime Movement Award. She has played an integral role in the advancement of First Foundation and the Boys and Girls Club in Morgan County. And today, I'm honored to bring Dr. Babs Johnston to the stage. Please join me in welcoming her.
So, I'm Babs Johnston, known by many as Dr. Babs. When I started mentoring in Morgan County in 2000, there was a principal who also had a doctorate, and when she learned that I had one, she said, they can't call you Miss Babs, they got to call you Dr. Babs. So Dr. Babs began, and 25 years later, I still have adults, like people my age, who call me Dr. Babs. So it's become kind of a funny name for me. I want to talk to you young people today about connections. There is a book called The Tipping Point, and when I read the book, I realized that I was a connector. And one of the things that I do is collect information in my phone now on everybody that I meet, their name, their number. Sometimes, like Emily Whitten, who's writing for the newspaper today, when I met her during the Motown event for Boys and Girls Club this past Friday, I wrote her name in Morgan County Citizen. And today I learned that she has a daughter who is in the Pathways program, and I met her 2 sons, and I'm assuming that's her husband sitting there. So I just put a few little notes in my phone about Emily, and the next time that I see her, I will remember just by checking my phone. And what I'd like to talk to you young people about is you're going away to college. And I'm sure you've heard the word connections. As I said, I am a connector. It's really important for you to make connections when you're away at school, because the connections that you make will probably determine what your career will be. It's kind of amazing. You're starting your pathway thinking that you're going to be a teacher, and you may well be, and I hope that you are. But it might turn out that you go into another field. The most important thing is that everybody you meet, regardless of who they are, could be important in your life. And I hope you'll remember to really be nice to them. Sometimes it's hard for you to meet somebody new. And I have a cute little quote here that I'm going to read to you that bounced out at me when I was doing a little research. It says, "You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by getting people to be interested in you." And I think that's really, really an important thing to remember. And sometimes it's hard to go out on a limb when you want to make a friend, but sometimes if you share something with another person, they will connect with you. And it can be something silly, like, what's your favorite color? Or, gosh, I had a dream last night about such and such. Or, when I was growing up, I had a dog, and his name was so-and-so. And you never know what might be just the something that will allow you to connect with someone. And when you're a classroom teacher, just remember that everything you say to a child is so important, and you will make a difference in the life of a child just by being interested in them and letting them know that you are interested in them. I wish all of you the very best of luck. I brought a little package for each of you. It's not a big deal, but what you'll find inside is something that is a kind of wonderful thought for the day. And in addition to that, another thought for the day that's sarcastic. And I'd like for you all to think about bringing both of those into your life every morning. This is an example. This is a great thought for the day. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. That's a great thing to think about. But here's my little sarcasm that went along with that. Honesty is the best policy to pretend you believe in. Now that's a little snarky, and we all want to think that we believe in total honesty, but honestly, probably the older you get, the more you realize that total honesty isn't always great. You also get a little bookmarker here from First Readers, and please don't use the QR code, it goes nowhere. And the name that's on here is the First Foundation for Childhood Literacy. We're now called First Readers. So just know that the information on the card might not be totally up to date, but it's a great bookmark. And if you will, pass this down and everybody take one, and I wish you the best of luck.
and we appreciate your support and encouragement. And I didn't even know she was bringing a gift. Students, in front of you is a letter of commitment. By signing this letter of commitment, you are committing to improve the quality of education for students in the state of Georgia. On behalf of the state school superintendent, Richard Woods, your local administrators, community members, and teachers, we commend you on making an honorable decision to improve the quality of education for Georgia students. Please sign the commitment certificate as a symbol of your dedication to educating Georgia's future. Congratulations, seniors. We applaud your commitment and welcome you as fellow educators. We do have one more surprise, though, before we close today's ceremony. 3 years ago today, with this event, we began the Teaching as a Profession Signing Day Scholarship in memory of Mrs. Eva Breda, as well as Mrs. Davenport, Mrs. Bonner, and other beloved teachers that we lost too soon. In 2022, the scholarship was awarded to Courtney Mayo, who was involved in a serious car accident that led to multiple surgeries and lasting complications. And last year, we honored 2 students, Drew Byersmith and Lainey Hill, for their outstanding performance in the TAP pathway. The criteria for evaluating scholarship recipients includes reviewing attendance, grades, and overall work ethic throughout their experience in the pathway. This is not solely based on academic achievement, but rather based on consistency, dependability, character, and work ethic. The winner of this year's scholarship is someone that leaves an impression on every teacher they have, as most of us teachers quickly realize that this student is smarter than all of us combined. They hold themselves to impossibly high standards, continue to deliver high quality work, and yet they carry themselves with humility and grace. There are so many times this year that I have read their work or observed them in class and simply thought, your mom would be so proud. So it is with great pride that I announce your 2024 Future Educator Signing Day Scholarship recipient, Eva Breda. Parents, families, teachers, and friends, if you would like to take a picture with your future educator, please remain in the auditorium for photos. Thank you again for attending our Future Educator Signing Day. Seniors, we wish you all the best in your future endeavor. Congratulations.